First of all, the Finance Act is basically a mechanism for raising funds approved by Parliament. But when you look at what happens in Parliament, the National Assembly, we always get an approval of expenditure. Parliament is never given a chance and the public to approve revenues. So when we come up with a Finance Act to collect the revenues, who has approved those revenues? We conduct our elections so that I can know that in Nitakuwa, candidate A won, candidate B lost. And the media can even project who is going to win the ticket. Why do we have Bomas? Where does the chairman of Bomas get the power to conduct the presidential election? Secondly, when you say that you have a commission will be a majoritarian institution, the commission will declare on the basis of majority. Who tells you the majority cannot rig? Last time we had 3 on the side of rigging and we had 4 on the side of the upholding the results. We could still have a flip that 4 were rigging and 3 were upholding the results. How do you cure that? So for me, the presidential thing, if we can terminate the presidential election in the constituency, we'll eliminate a lot of problems. These things of transmission of whatever will not be there. That's what the law says. Let the returning officer conclude the presidential election in his constituency and declare the results. Then the other person. Then Bomas, I don't even know if we'll need Bomas. So I'm really saying that we try to look at that architecture to see how it will work for us. We are also looking at the question of public finance. When I look at, already the estimates are in Parliament, you'll again get a situation whereby you're going to get, first of all, the Finance Act is basically a mechanism for raising funds approved by Parliament. But when you look at what happens in Parliament, the National Assembly, we always get an approval of expenditure. Parliament is never given a chance and the public to approve revenues. So when we come up with a Finance Act to collect the revenues, who has approved those revenues? We need to begin insisting that the revenues and the expenditure come out in the Appropriation Act. And finally, we need to look at how public funds are controlled and utilized. And I'm looking at Chapter 12. If you look at Chapter 12, it is very clear that the Treasury is not part of the executive. But the Public Finance Management Act fused the two. So even find like for us who are in the county structure, the Treasury, the executive fulfills its needs before it considers the counties. We should have an independent Treasury that is away from the presidency so that the president cannot ignore the budget passed by Parliament as he goes around the country declaring goodies as if there was no budget controlling how public finances will be used. So I think we needed to look at that and see to it that if we just have fidelity to Chapter 7 on the elections and fidelity to Chapter 12, we shall resolve the problems bedeviling this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The public eye, Zain will demonstrate to you that we are with you on that election. Everything you have said about the polling, the constituency is already there, but he'll explain. Honorable Faki, then Honorable Sos.